Okay. Oops. Okay. Let me see. What am I doing? I have no idea today. So don't ask me. But there we go. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening for some. It's now 12 o'clock in the afternoon, or actually 12:20. So I overslept, give or take a few. And plus, I was listening to a little bit of praise music this morning. I sometimes do that, especially, on the weekends or Sundays. Sometimes during the week, it just depends. But I'm going to go visit a few farms today after I finish a few things here on my farm that I need to get. Um, and I got to tell you, my farm that I had some friends help me do with the lettuce farm, and I actually added trees. That's another thing. I don't know if I mentioned that to you, but I got to tell you, when I put them workers down and I added those trees, it was just wow. It was just mind blowing. So I really appreciated that. Oh goodness, I'm not gonna remember your name. Oh my gosh. Good morning and welcome back. Good afternoon. I am so sorry I can't remember the first your name that you told me. Oh, I feel like an idiot now. Heather. Okay. Heather. Okay. How do you? I like that name too. How are things going with you, Heather? Are you are you farming good? Nice. Very nice. Yeah, one of the things that I am going to do today, well, I'll show you, but when the event comes up in 19 days, I'm not going to do it like I did the last time, even though it did work out for me. I mean, it did all around. But this Christmas event, what I plan on doing is basically, um, I'm going to basically set up one of my other farms and just set it for the Christmas event. And I think I might do it to the lettuce one. Well, Heather, a lot of people, I mean, I know that when they come back to the game or they just starting out, um, because I've been down that road too, as far as you, it's like I like last year when it first came out, what happened was, and it's not saying that the game was bad because I've had some people come back and say, well, I've heard some bad things about the game. Oh my goodness. I don't know what game they're talking about. But and I'm sure you can understand this too. Last year when the game first came out, it was really a nice game to play, and because I played it when it first came out, and it was really nice. I went to their Discord channel, and they do have I'm probably not going to say it wrong, but they have one of those, and I think another one. I'm not sure, but I know that they have those too. And I pretty much followed up on their Discord channel. And again, they did not have a lot of content. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you play a game, what makes you stop playing it? You know what I'm saying? You either get bored, it doesn't have enough content, you're waiting for more. And that's basically what I did. You know, and I can show you my very, very first farm because this is not my first farm. Um, but yeah, like my farm was level under 100. But I used to come back from time to time to see what they added, if there was anything new. Because I guess for me, I'm not the type that would go out and just grind. And at the time, it was like level 250. Your farm was 250. I wasn't out for that, or 500. So I just couldn't get myself to playing. So I did. I fully stopped playing for a few months, and like I said, I would pop on and go, and then finally, when I did pop on, now my farm was definitely under level 100, and I remember when I went on my farm, there was this thing called the mine. I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? And I remember people were complaining they didn't like it. They still don't like it. Um, but I remember I got a mine, I got a rabbit, and mine a rabbit. I want to say it was an alpaca or something, some weird thing I got. And I think there was probably new crops. Who knows? But I know there was a lot of new stuff because obviously, when you look at a new stuff, it'll pop up on your menu like, oh, you got a new thing here and a new thing there. So yeah. So I mean, it was a very gradual. Did I finish that row? No. No, this is the row I gotta finish. So it was a gradual thing, for me. And went off obviously to play other games. So there's no big deal. Oh, those are your chickens. Those aren't my chickens. Get your own chickens. But yeah, I mean, and the thing that was so funny was when I did come back, I couldn't believe how many people, had already made it, and they grinded it out. They definitely did, to 500 and stuff like that. So the reason, like, my level is low at 459 is because there was that long gap of not playing, and then again, I stopped playing last year too because I had two deaths in my family. So yeah, I didn't really play this game for the full year, but So, do you only have the one farm, like your main farm? Is that all you have, Heather? Yeah, I guess I'll do the pigs too. Um, I'm gonna say, what is that little pig doing over there? And I don't know when. Maybe they might do it around Christmas time or whatever. But I have been reading on their forums that they are going to release another update with stuff. But I think that they said with that update, there won't be another one for a while, which is great. But they have kind of somebody kind of brought out the spoiler and said, oh well. But it's not going to be, it's going to be some little goodies. So I hope we get some good goodies. I like those good goodies. I think everybody does. And I like their bundles that they've put out there so far. Oh, by the way, guys, I might probably later on again this afternoon. What I think I might do so in case you go, oh, she's streaming twice. Why is that? Well, I want to tell you why that is. I most likely am going to be streaming on my Xbox, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream the Xbox. I'm going to stream the Farm Together 1. I would have done it through my PC had I been able to transfer it over, but in my case, I can't because it's no crossplay or anything, which is fine. So what I plan on doing is later on this afternoon is I'm gonna do one of my farm together farms, And like for some of those that haven't played it at all, or never played it, and I want to show you the what we had and what we didn't have. You know what I mean? Comparison. Not saying that that game is better. I think both games are great. Um, but like with Farm Together One, I mean, my goodness, we got a lot of bundles out of that deal. And I look at it now, and I look at the prices, and I'm like, wow. But it is what it is. But that game I played that for a long time. We had a lot of friends that I played with that game. But I think too. I mean, this game here, I love the game because it's got a lot of good features. Sure, I'd love to come see your farm. What's your code? Do you know how to find your code, Heather? My farm wasn't nothing special either, so I just want to give you a heads up. And my farm still isn't something special. It's just a farm. So don't think your farm is bad or anything like that. I'm sure you got a very nice farm. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? It's your creativity and it's how you play. So, but I get it. I mean, you know something? I don't have all the bells and whistles on my farm, and I'm sure you've gone to farms and you see all these beautiful things people have done, decorative. They do the art, which is beautiful. So, but let me finish this chicken here, this little chicken patch. Mm. Come on, Pokey. Okay, whoops. I am gonna go, I keep hitting the wrong button. Story of my life. Okay, exit, yes. Join farm, use code. Okay, 66HZ. And here we go. Hopefully. Oh, look at that. Nice. Sunshine Ranch. I like that name. I'll see what I'm going to do is 86. Add to favorites. See, now that way I can go there. Very nice. What's wrong with your farm? There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, okay. So, this is your first farm. Really nice. I like it. Very good. And you got your roads up there, gas. Very nice. Oh, yeah, and you're going to need lots of diamonds, right? So, I'm going to earn some favor on your farm. And if you want, I'll give you my diamonds. It's no big deal. Not at all. Let me see something else. And I know I've told this to people too, because one of the big things. Let me just look at your warehouse. don't don't worry and fuss about that because for right now, see, the main thing you want to try to level up as much as possible is your garage. But no, I'll give you some diamonds and maybe even get you some you know what? You might need some ribbons too. Yeah. Okay. The three things, well, four, but the main thing that you should try to focus on is would definitely be your garage. And the reason is I'm sure you probably run out of gas a lot, but that's you know what? That's a given. That's a common thing that happens, so don't worry about it. Um and then of course, maybe the next step would be like your warehouse, but again, cuz see the beauty of having a farm like a beginner farm, let's say, okay? I think it is. Ooh. Okay, so now you get your feeders going on. That's nice. Okay, what I will tell you from experience, you might, get your, you might get your very first like jam stall. So maybe start out with like one. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, do not get a bunch of factories because you're going to be so overwhelmed. You know, but always, do your apples and things like that. That those things kind of should be, obviously doing those. But um, however you want to open your farm is totally up to you. I mean, that's, I always say that. But you're doing a great job as I look at it. I mean, you're doing a great job. It's great. Let me see how far you're away from the top. Really nice. Wow. And I would assume that that yeah, see, you want to go from like, top to bottom. You doing a great job. You really are. You're doing a wonderful job. It's great. But don't get overwhelmed, you know what I mean? But I think you're doing a great job. Um but if and when you're able to, I'll even check your shops for you. If and when you're able to get other shops, and things like that. I mean, you, you know, you're gonna be. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. The thing that I would just be kind of little, I'd tell you to be cautioned for is when you're getting yourself, when you let me see, when you get into the factory part of it. I mean, there's no harm, no foul when you get the factory. Because I know you'll get the jam first, and I think the lemon is second. I want to say. Um, but yeah, just get like one or two. Don't overextend yourself, and the reason why I say that is because you're gonna find out you don't have enough apples to cover your stalls. You're not gonna have that, and and like I mean, I've gone to other farms where people have a whole big bunch of them when they first start playing. I'm like, why do you have so many of those? you know and it's really okay if you have an overage because um your four main food groups, which would be like what you see up top, those are your four main food groups right there in your inventory: your eggplant, lettuce, and wheat and garlic. Those are going to be like your four main groups for your animals. And another little tip I'll give you is that'll be very helpful is if you get yourself the bamboo tree. Those things will help feed your cows, by the way, because the bamboo tree, um, it's a four-season tree. So maybe you don't want to, so you don't have to, plant your lettuce all the time. Even though, yeah, lettuce is good to plant and they're quick and easy. But I will tell you, the the bamboo tree that you first get is very, very helpful. It's very helpful. Potatoes. Well, these are always good. Look at that. Wow, you really planted yourself a decent variety of things. It's nice. Um, Now, potatoes, it says you have. Oh, I see what you did. Okay. Yeah, I mean, because like I had a friend, and her inventory would get full, and I said, don't worry about it, because see, in the beginning of your game, you don't have a lot of it's like it's like even though you don't have a lot of space and things like that, that is how you generate making gold for yourself. And it also, the two shops eventually that you will get if you haven't gotten them yet is going to be let me see, the arts and crafts and the restaurant. And the reason why I say that, arts and crafts, you'll get diamonds from for the wool and feathers. The restaurant, on the other hand, will give you cucumbers. Yay. Oh, yeah, you definitely want that. That's only a one-time thing, though, with that tree, flowering cherry tree. Nice. Boy, they had you plant all these tomatoes, huh? Very nice. Actually, you know what I'll do? Very nice, yeah. Okay. Oh, good. You got the chickens, which is wheat. And the cheapest thing to do for the chickens, wheat wise, is corn. Oh, God, I know that painful experience. Oh, don't I? So I know what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, because you kind of look and you go, okay, so I have to open these to open those, and I have to do. No, I get it. I totally get it. 110%. I totally get that. The only way I can water them is this way. Isn't that funny? And I didn't run out of gas yet. Yay, me. But no, if like if you need any help or something like that, that's what we're here for. Um, I always like helping people, so it's nothing to worry about. Ah, look at that! She got a jam stall. Yay! Okay, so now, what level is this? Level 5? Okay, so you need to put some stuff on there. Oh my God, you planted grapes. Wow. That thought of planting grapes was just horrible. Was just horrible for me. I remember when my farm was like, really low level, and I'm like, it wants me to plant grapes. Are they serious? Because grapes are expensive. Okay, let me. I think your setup is very nice, considering. I mean, you've got that whole middle area, and you're doing really good. Let me just check something down here. I'm gonna sign in, sign up. Let me see. Sign. Here we go. Um, Let me see how far away you. See, I can always look at the farm and see how far away you are from a certain thing. Wow. You're going to make some good money when those grapes are ready, You will make some good money. Absolutely. Oh gosh, nice. You found the bottom. That's awesome. That's really good that you found like I'm sorry, the top rather. I'm sorry. That's really good that you found the top. So my assumption is you're gonna go from top to bottom because it's really good that you did that. That's what I usually do now is I look for the top and the bottom, and then I kind of go from there. So it kind of looks like uh, ooh. Okay, so one, two, maybe. Hmm. Yeah. Let me see. See, it's dark out, so I can't see what I'm trying to do. Okay. Yeah, I think ribbons would help you a lot. Well, is it costing you very much to open your walls? Oh, see, I'm going to show you something on your map. See these things here? You've probably seen them anyways. But um, this stuff here, don't try to do this manually. These here are going to be very, very expensive. And if you can, I don't know if you've been doing this manually or not, but it would you'd probably be better off if you can work around it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you can work around it, um, like when you're opening up, like say for example, these sidewalls, like I know that maybe yeah, if you're opening up these sidewalls over here, these plots, because you're gonna get 49 plots. Oh, you do that? See, that's the thing. You gotta kind of pay attention to how much you're spending when you're flattening it. I would, because this is what I usually do is like, see that big chunk of, oh my gosh, see that big chunk of stuff over there? That's going to cost you quite a few diamonds. And that's why I tell people, even myself, you know what, if you can hold off and wait, okay, when you go into town, you can have that guy flatten 3 or 4 plots at a time for the 2,500 diamonds. It's worth it doing it that way than it is doing it manually because you could be spending more than what you're going to pay the guy for. I mean that's what I've done. Oh, that's not too bad. 560. That's not bad at all. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go off your farm. Oops. And I'm going to get me some fast favor. I'll show you how I do it. Okay, join farm, finding X, favorite, uh, nunner. Oh, obsessed about you. Yep, I'm gonna get me some fast favor, easy favor. Yeah, which one is this? Lettuce. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, obsessed lettuce. Okay. I get some fast favor and I can get it a couple of times for you. And definitely give you some ribbons and give you some diamonds too. It'd be really easy to do. Okay. So now I'm gonna get me some fast favor here. And I get it pretty fast, only because this is a lettuce farm and I mean I understand, like as some people they wanna go and they wanna get they want to get leveled up, which is great because getting leveled up means um, that you'll get some when you level up your favor obviously amount goes up. I can get right now at my level I can get up to 139 um, favor. So and what I could do is like I said I can go back to my farm, go back to your farm, and go to your collaboration hub, give you the diamonds, and then come back here again, give you some ribbons, and you're good to go. And if you ever need any help, Heather, by all means, feel free to ask. And I don't know if you've joined our Discord channel or not, but again, we have a great group of people there that can help you level up pretty fast because they do use the pink flowers and they do have farms like this. So, you know, we have a really, really lovely group of people there that are always willing to help. And and like I said, they have some really, really nice farms and they're always putting it out there. Hey, I got the pink flowers. Does anybody want to come? And, you know, so we have all of that. But see, now what I do is I go to these farms that I know that's going to have favor for me, so I can just get it in a pinch, and then come, leave and come back, and give it out if somebody needs it. I don't use a lot of favor on my farm right now. I just use a little bit at a time because it depends on what I am harvesting. That's the thing. And again, see, this is all lettuce. This is a total all lettuce farm. Um, and this is one of my friend's farms. It's Ace. So and here we go. See, I'm already up to 100, 101. See, so it doesn't take that long to earn favor. As I know some people, they're like, have asked me too, what the next thing is. So, but yep. See, I leave my favorite farm open all night. So now, see, this person here that joined and he left. My guess is he came here to get some favor, then he left, and he came back again because he's earning favor, probably for his farm. Yeah. See, we got to get you in. And that's the thing, too. I mean, we can get you leveled up. Or actually, when you go to other farms, they don't necessarily have to be, let's say, high level. They don't. But yeah. Because there are a lot of people like you that, they want to get more favor. Because having more favor and being leveled up is going to help you with your farm. I gotta check to see what level this guy is. He's got to be low level. See, doesn't it takes a few minutes. No, I didn't get a chance to see him, but that's okay. See, now I almost have the full favor right now, of 139. But I'll get full easily. Yeah. And people that know me, like I've said, if they need favor or something, if they need, diamonds or something, I'd be more than happy to give them to them. I don't mind. Gonna get it soon. Come on. It's gonna make me finish another row. It's like a no-fail for me. Look at that. I did 2 rows of lettuce. I'll gas up again. And by the time I did the 2 rows of lettuce, right? Is this all done yet? Oh no, I'm going to do the 3rd row. I'm going to wait till that row is fully done. And there I got my 139s coming soon. The thing is, though, what I will tell you, it's like a rule of thumb. Pardon the pun. Oh gosh. Let's say, for example, you're going to see it. Okay, now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I hit level 139. Oh, I should leave. I don't do that. Okay? I just don't like leaving. And yes, it's a long row, but my rule of thumb is I finish the row, even though I have full favor. Okay? Because, I look at it from this way. Even if it's a high level farm and you're getting XP and all that sort of stuff, and you think, oh, you know what? Just finish the row. Because it helps others. You know what I'm saying? Because what are you going to do? If you see this row here and then it's over, you know what? Just finish it. It's like, don't leave a row halfway done. Just finish the whole row, even though, yes, you got full favor. And it's like, no, I'm not getting a lot of XP. Well, that's not why I'm here, obviously. But, I've seen people when they get flowers and things like that, they're like, oh, okay, I got what I needed, and then they go away. Level 89 farm. Ooh. I don't know how in the world this farm leveled up on lettuce. Probably because a lot of people come here. I don't know. But generally, as a rule, it's like even though, like I said, my favor is full, I will finish that row. It's not a big deal. I've gone to other people's farms, to harvest things and replant them and stuff like that. And sometimes it's for XP, and again, sometimes it's for favor. But the thing is, I always finish the row. I don't leave it halfway done. It's not fair. Because then if everybody did it, guess what? This is going to be a halfway done farm with favor on it. And I'm sure that other person there is probably trying to get favor as well. So, let me go back over here. Okay, so now I got this. And I'm gonna exit. Join the farm. I'm gonna go to favorites again. And find yours, I hope. Oh, here we go. Heather's farm. Okay.
Motion detected at the front door.
Okay, now I think I might need permission, but we'll see. I probably will. Where is your oh, okay, it's over there. Okay, could you give me build permission? And how you do that is you click on my name and just give me build permission, and then I can give you the diamonds, or I can give you ribbons, whichever one works for you. See? Build permission. So that's all you need to do. It's just give me build permission so I can use your collaboration. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so now I'm going to exchange the favor, but this is how you do it, guys. I'm going to give Heather, I'm deciding.
It's 1:00 p.m.
Do you think you need more ribbons or do you want more diamonds? I'd rather give you diamonds because if you're going to start opening up your plots, then let me get you the diamonds. And then I'll go back out, get me some more favor, and then I will come back and give you some more ribbons. It's not a big deal. Now, see, I'm going to exchange. And it's going to be one favor. And for every one favor, she's going to get 4 diamonds. Okay? So now I'm going to give her all of those. Oops. Oops. Hit it again. Yeah, I see your map. It looks good. I'm telling you. It looks really good. Okay, so now I just gave her all the diamonds. I want to make sure I don't have any more favor left. I have no more favor left. But now she's got 932 diamonds. You see that? So now I'm going to leave again. Okay. And then I'm going to join over here, favorites. I'm going to go here. Again, it's with the lettuce. Yeah, see? I think with the ribbons, ribbons is when you need to go in, in town and you buy certain things. Like certain buildings maybe. Okay, so now here I go again. Ace is probably saying, why are you coming back again? Now see these little breaks? That just means they kind of stopped and I don't know what they did. But they kind of stopped and goed. That's what they did. Or forgot to, actually it's a replant. They didn't replant what was there. But I'll get the favor back pretty fast. It'll probably take me like 5 minutes to get the favor back. Yes, I'm using the lettuce farm for Heather. Because I'm giving her diamonds. I just actually gave her some diamonds. So now I'm going on my next journey to get her some ribbons. That'll help her out a little bit. She's got a cute little baby farm. It's really adorable. And you know what? She's doing a good job. She's doing a very, very good job. Oh, an ace. I'm so thankful for that lettuce farm. But not only that, do you know that the golden apple tree made level 100 in like a day? I was like, wow. So, what I did, I obviously prestiged those too. I figured, why not, right? So, and my lemons, well, they were pretty close. But now my lemons are P5s. So the only thing now that I'm waiting on is just going to be the golden apple to be a P5 and a few other ones to be a P5. So I think that lettuce is, I get a lot of visitors there. So yeah, I have a really large amount of the 3 fruits that you use for those factories. Oh my God, it does. Oh. I was like so thankful because was it yesterday? They were like level 98. I'm like, oh, please, come on, just 2 more and I'm good. But I have never had so many lemons, and I was like happy to see that. I really was. Now, what did they do? They finished it. Okay, hop the fence. Go over here. Did you? You probably didn't. Did you see my little message that I left you? I'm like looking down at your inventory and I'm like, okay, so you got 9 mushrooms and 3 eggs. Are you cooking something? I having a mushroom omelet. Really? Wow. Wow. Yeah, because I'm like looking and I'm like, how in the world you got 3 eggs and 9 mushrooms and I don't know, maybe you had some maybe you had some free Roman chickens on your farm that, kind of wanted to come here or something. I don't know. The mushrooms, well, that is just so funny because I'm like, why does he have these? Okay. Yeah, oh, that could be. That could be. Yeah. Look at you got 1,271 tickets. I still have, oh, maybe I might have over 100, I'm not sure, but I don't really have that one. I know. I'll go. By the way, people, you have 15 minutes to retrieve those tickets. I'm really deciding whether, let me ask your opinion. Um, I'm really deciding whether I want to, when the event comes up, wouldn't it be just as easy to just, ooh, well, wouldn't it be just as easy if I just put the event stuff right there, like in place of the lettuce? Would that make sense to you? Well, that farm. Oh no, see, it's doing it again. And where's that chicken? Okay, it's over there. Now, see, I'm getting more. I'm getting a really good. I'm getting faster with the favor. I'm getting it filled up pretty good. Oh. See, I didn't do the Christmas event at all last year. So, I honestly don't know how anybody had their. I, I mean, I can go to Bess's farm, and on their farm, she has the Christmas boxes, gifts or something. Um. Oh, okay. And then there was candy canes or something too, but I don't know if oh, wait a second. Wait a minute. I could always take a sneak peek at their farm because I know if I take a sneak peek, because I know that there was Christmas gifts. I know. I think I saw candy canes. Oh, wait a second. Ooh, yeah. And I think that's kind of part of the update. Basically, someone let the cat out of the bag, as they say in their Discord. Same thing that they do with the fruit bat trees. So yeah, they're gonna have more new stuff. Oh, and I want to ask. Well, I should just walk up to the stupid things. Um, I love those lights, and I was trying to figure out what the heck lights those are, because they're purple and green with a white top. Well, looks like a candle. So I don't know, but I love that glow. It's beautiful. Yeah, and they said it might be a while before we get another update, but that's okay. Let the guys do their job. Okay, what are these called? No, I don't want the cinder block. No, how come I can't see that? Why can't I see? Oh, wait a minute. Come on, I want to see these. What the heck are those? Okay, now I'm going to have to cheat and look because I have no idea what the heck those things are. The lights. Oh, I know what they are now. Never you mind. Oh. Oh, pink. That don't look pink to me. Okay, so blue, green, pink, yellow. Okay, now I know what they are. Okay. So I'm looking at them. I'm like, what the hell are those things? Yeah, I was looking at them. I was looking at them like the other day, and I'm like, what the heck are those things? Because I haven't used them, but they are kind of cool. They look good on that wall, but I love the way they light up. They just really light up. Wait a minute. I don't think I planted candy. See, now I'm confused because, yeah, they're gorgeous. I mean, I like those lights. They're a little pricey, but I like them. I like how they light up. They're nice. But I don't know. Hmm. Mm-hmm. See, I haven't fully, obviously opened up my number 4 farm, which I'm in the process of doing. But pretty much, I got the number 4 farm set up the way exactly how I want it with my flowers and things like that. So, you know. Oh, am I gonna make it to the gas pump? Cause you know how that goes. Uh-oh. Oh, this looks very dire. What do you think, Ace? Yesterday, I was running around on my farm doing all kinds of crazy things. And I'm not kidding when I say to you, I was just doing my last row. and it was going down and down and down like it's doing right now. Oh, it's sliver time. Oh, I'm not going to make it. I am not going to make it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here for a minute. Really? But do both get... Wow. Wow. Now see, folks, I was here for a minute. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like if you are that low, like I just was, stop for like a minute. And pray. I'm going to make it to that gas pump. Uh-oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hurry up. Yes. Is there anybody in this lane? Yep. Okay, so where do I want to... Oh, I can go back. This helps. Yep, this morning when I hopped on, I noticed I could do a couple of trees, and I thought, oh, because they were already ready. So yeah, I left them at P5. I'm not going to mess around with them right now. But I think, I think they are the gift packages. But if they're putting stuff out that's new, then I have no clue. Look at that lettuce number 10. What are you getting for those? 3. Nice. July 20th. I'll be coming back in a minute, Heather. I want to finish this row, and then I will give you some. I will give you some ribbons. Because in the long run, you will need them. It's amazing you got this farmer up to level 89. But I do. I like those lights. Yeah. No, I'm saying. Oh, I love that. The light up. There we go. Mr. Reaper. Interesting name, isn't it? Ooh, really? Okay, join farm. Go here, favorite. Let me see. Where's your farm? Oh, let's see. Right there. Hello, Dr. Obi. How you doing today? Oh, good Lord. Look what you did, Heather. God bless you. Wow. You go. Wow. Wowie wow. Look at that. That's amazing. Good job. You know, Ace, we're going to create a monster with Heather because she's just going to go hog wild and crazy with this farm. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gosh. That's awesome, though, Heather, that you got all that farm open. See, now you're going to have more space than you know what to do with. It's eventually going to tell you, and oh, by the way, let me go up here into your town. Okay. I'm going to get you some ribbons because you're most likely going to need them. But I'm curious what shops you got now, too. So let's just see. Where's the spot? Pick a spot. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. See, I wouldn't, well, I didn't put a wardrobe in. 180 diamonds. I just want to see what this is going to cost her. Vegetable shop, nice. Fruit stand. Bakery, good job. Warehouse. Collaboration. Yeah, I didn't go wahoo crazy. I mean, I wish, because it wasn't me, but there is a wardrobe in one of my towns, and I kind of regret that. But now this is going to be, what the hell is that? One of us. Nice, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're on your way. You are definitely on your way. Good job. Okay, let's go over here. Pick up some. I'm going to hit that again. Because this is how you do it, folks. You know, as long as you have that permission to do so, you can go up to their that person's collaboration hub. I mean, I know, yeah, you can get, you can get a boost if you want, but in this case, I'm giving her, what the hell? It used to be 4. Did they change that? Because it used to be 4. Now they want 6 favor for 1 medal. Is that because of her level, you think? Because I've gone to other farms and it's 4 favor. Now it's 6. What a bunch of crap. Okay, I'm going to give you some favor. It helps a little bit. Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I guess they don't want her to have a whole bunch of medals, right? Cheap. It's okay. See, now I can run around on her farm and get more favor. Ah, ha, ha. I mean, and you should get plenty of favor pretty soon, and just kind of figure out how you want to set up your crop area. But I think she did a really, really nice job. She's got it. Oh my God, she's got it all opened up. Good Lord. Good job, though, really. 3 trees. Yep. I don't...
Motion detected at the front door.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She's doing a great job. I kind of envy this because, when we first started out, right? Now that now that we got those bigger farms, it's like, we got to pay out the millions to get them upgraded for the shops and everything else. That is just so painful. I think I did one shop last night. I broke down and said, okay, what the heck, I did one shop. I upgraded it a little bit. Because I really want to get my, fourth farm opened up. I want to do that. Any flowers ready? No. Animals. And you also should, in case you need money in a pinch, make these leghorn, leghorn chickens your best friend. Make them your best friend. Because they give you, eggs every 20 minutes. So make them your best friend. Oh my God. That's a lot of money.
Motion detected at the front door.
Jeez. We'll scare Heather away. What? 6 millions? Yep. It's painful, I know, but it's got to be done. Look at that. Yes. Hey.
I gotta run to Milton Hardwood.
Okay.
I gotta pick up part for the antenna. I want to make sure.
What? That it's secure?
Huh?
What? So it's secure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just be careful. Ooh, 195. I don't think I have any. No. Well, no, I do not. Nope, I don't have any. No. I do know it's very painful. When I do up my shops, I'll sit there and go. Because it asks for diamonds or metals or something, and it's like. Because I don't worry about the gold, because, you can make gold fairly easy here in the game. What else needs to get done? Okay. This over here. Green cabbage. Melons.
Motion detected at the front door.
I should. I'll get those fish. Okay. What is that? Number 2. Oh, those things. Oh, those are like 3 hours. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back again, Heather. Oops. I always hit the wrong button, but that's okay. That's just me. See, it didn't take me long to get you some favor. Or get you some stuff. Do you have to level up your farm again if you want to open up another wall? Actually, let's go to Lord Bases for a second. Then I'll see if they got those things up, depending on what they need. See, why do I want... You know, I keep thinking this candy canes also. But now this is gonna drive me crazy. Okay. Shoot. I don't see that special thing unless she took it down. You know what? I'll go over here. Do the chickens. Now, see, this is another thing, guys. I want to show you. Like this farm here. She's got her farm up at the level 750. But I just want to show you. Oh, big bulk. Yep. Oh, yeah. Now see, they're running low on the garlic and spice, grapes, things like that. So if I can do a replant of something, I will always try to replant something for that person's farm. If you can do it. Because some farms, people will have it very specific as to, hey, this is what I want, you know what I mean? Like, they don't give you a free area to plant what you want. And I understand that, but there are some times where you can go to a farm and they have a free area where you can pretty much plant what you want. So what I try to do in that case, where if I can plant what I want, I actually look at their inventory. And I look up and I go, oh, okay, so they need something garlicky. And please don't go putting something down that's going to take 12 hours because it's just, there's a lot of low-level crops that you can put in there for them that would help them. Big bulb Christmas. Wait a minute. Now, see, Dee gave me those little star thingies and the little fence with the stars on them. But like you're saying, if they're going to give us new things, I know they have snowmen. I know they have Christmas trees. I'm trying to think what else they have. Snowmen, Christmas trees. What else? Snowmen, Christmas tree. Yeah, I like the snow. Oh, and they do have, and they, like I said, they do have the big Christmas tree. They do have the Christmas packages. So I don't know. I'm really excited for that event coming, and I want to be ready. So there might be like what obviously too is I'll probably shut my farm down as far as going private, and laying out what needs to get done. I'll probably do that, and then I'll open it. Oh, crap. And then, of course, you know what I'm going to have to put down? See, if I put the event items where the lettuce is, I am definitely going to have to put sprinklers down, which is not a big deal because I do have a pretty decent amount of things. Oh, that's right. Yes, you're right. You get daisies from them, but you know what? So what? Who cares? Those are called, they're poinsettias. Because one of my other friends, she came to my farm and she put a whole big bunch of them down for me on my farm. It was really sweet of her to do that. Because especially, I recycled, and then she says, you want me to put those flowers down? I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's, I thought it was 45 minutes. Yeah, I thought it was 45. So wait a minute. It's those flowers. Maybe the candy canes was something. I don't know. I'll have to see now. That's going to drive me crazy. Because I know. Oh, my other friend's farm had those up. Oh, I'm really excited myself. And I do, like I said, I want to get it, I want to have it all ready for people. Um, I wonder if the flower thing is going to be saying, like, do 2,500 like they did with the trees, which is fine. My assumption is maybe they might give us diamonds for the flowers, and then they convert them back, and you just get daisies, which is fine. And good afternoon, Blaze. How you doing today? I think Besa was one of the very first farms I came to and got a ton of XP. Got a ton of XP and, well, got a ton of favor from too. But it's a little slower, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Besa's been really, a good friend and stuff like that, so. But then when I got to Nanura's farm, and she's from Canada, it was so funny because I was trying to figure out um, the name of the farm is in French, Canadian French. So I was trying to figure out, okay, what does that mean? Well, then I finally figured it out. But I thought it was really cool because, you know, ooh, nice. Yeah, Blaze made me a little spot. Then Blaze decides to put some fence up. And I'm looking over there and I said, we got to add more bunnies over there. Because it just didn't look right. You know what I mean? It was just like a little spot with bunnies it was missing. Yes, people, I am farm hopping today. And I don't mind. Well, my bunnies are almost ready to be a P5. They're almost ready. I'll be so thankful for that. And I have less than 1,000 bunnies on that farm, too. So. But today, people, I am schlepping, however they say that word. I'm schlepping for our new friend Heather, so she can have. We're gonna turn her into a monster and want to open up that entire farm. Oh gosh. And then hopefully we can get her onto one of those poinsettia farms where she's gonna level up and really level up. Yeah. She'll be beside herself. Oh, I know that Bessa does not want those. I mean, see, Bessa's as bad as I am. 769 tickets. they just don't like it. I've had a few people tell me. I said, "Do you want me to pick up your tickets?" Nope. But I think my garage wasn't fully upgraded when I came to Basis Farm way back when. That's how long ago it was. And I sat there and I was like, wow, I can go a long way. Oh my God. I'm just, that would be a horrible thing. That seriously would be really horrible. I wouldn't be able to do that. It's a funny thing too because I remember some years ago on Facebook, I used to play this game literally called Farm Together. And I did play that other stupid one, Farmville. Oh, forget about it. But Facebook had another game. The graphics weren't the best in the world, but I got to tell you, it was a cute point and click game. But the beauty of that game that I really like, and I should ask one of the devs if they had anything to do with that game. Because the beauty of that game was basically on the same idea as this. They gave you extended farms. Now I don't know whether Farmville did or not, but Farmville was terrible. The graphics were nice, don't get me wrong, but you know what was terrible about it was the fact that you're playing the game and it was just so laggy. It was just unbelievable lag. I mean, I even had friends of mine say, "Hey, because they all wanted to get certain items for their farm and things like that," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Yeah, I mean, some people would unfriend me because I didn't give them what they wanted, their gifts or something like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done with Farmville. I'm just done with it. Yep, yep, yep. But I couldn't believe how people got so. I well,
Motion detected at the front door.
they to me they got so involved with Farmville because here's the joke. Besides, it was the Farmville and what the hell was that other game? Candy Crush, I think was a okay. Farmville. There was another one too. But here's the thing. I was deep in playing Destiny 1, by the way, people. You know what I'm saying? I was playing that game pretty hardcore, kind of thing. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Um, Sometimes people were kind of mean and cruel, and they go, "Why don't you go back and play Farmville?" Not to me, but this is what they would say. They would say, "Why don't you go back and play Farmville or play Candy Crush?" And I'm sitting there going, "Oh, do they know that I play Farmville? How do they know?" But it was just hilarious, It was like, yes, I think I remember Fishville. I think I remember that Fishville. Oh yeah, they had a lot of Ville names. Yep. Oh my God, it was just incredible. But every time, when I was playing Destiny, and you know, especially if we were in a group or something like that, or people would start whining in the forum. Then why don't you go back and play Farmville? And I'd sit there going, oh, do they know that I played that game? Yeah. But those games were money pits. They really were. Oh, I remember Roller Coaster. Yes. Oh, the grapes are ready, huh? I can double your grapes with favor. Yeovil. Why do I remember Yeovil? I remember that. What was that game about? Yeovil. I remember that name, Yeovil. Yeovil. Yeah, I do remember that name. Well, back in the day too, and then I stopped buying them. Back in the day, I was a big Sims family, big Sims family. We rule. Uh, that name sounds familiar. I remember playing, and I met a really nice group of people too. It was called Soldiers Inc. INC. Oh, let me tell you something. You know, it was like an army game. You build your soldiers in your little area. You know. Oh, I played Sims like I really was. I was a diehard fan for years and years and years with Sims. Um, yeah. I mean, I have the actual. You can't play it on these computers now, but I have the actual original Sims game from when they first came out. Yeah, yeah. I used to play that. But then there was Soldiers Inc. that I did play through Facebook. You know, there was some very mean, nasty, rude, threatening type people that played that game. I mean, it was just a, it was just a, you Farmville with Castle. Sounds familiar, but I want to tell you, if you went and raided someone's, um, oh, what the heck? They weren't called bunkers. They were called something else. Because you had your soldiers and all that sort of stuff. People would get really nasty, and all it was a point and click game, and I was like, wow, you know. I was in a good clan though too, but I couldn't get over how some people would get really, really like upset. That's putting it mildly. They would send me the nastiest messages like, how dare you? I'm going to kill you and all your troops and everything. I'm like, wow, wow. And the multitudes of money people would spend on this little point and click game was, ah, I mean, I spent a little money here and there, $4 or $5. But some people would spend hundreds of dollars. And they really weren't very happy. Okay, so now I've got to find another. See, they're all coming here. Well, I mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, I admit I did. I would spend like $4 or $5. I don't think I put too much in the game. I mean, as far as money was concerned, because I really liked the game. Even when people were nasty, I really liked the game. Because the clan that I was in, they were like top in the on the map. They were top people on the map. You know, so I never worried about it. If I ever got a threat or something like that, um, they would take care of them. Uh-oh, what did you do, Heather? Heather did something. I think Heather's enjoying the game now. Oh my God. I think I have created a monster because oh. But see, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. I am so glad you're enjoying the game, really. That's the whole idea, is enjoying your game, have fun, you know. That's what it's all about, is enjoying your game and having fun. You meet, it's kind of like you meet new people and things like that, because I know sometimes, and believe you me, it happens to me a lot. You don't get a lot of visitors on your farm, and I know that's kind of crappy, but it is what it is. It does happen, and it still happens to me, with the exception of I put the word up there on my farm name is as far as Favor Farm. When people see Favor, they go, "Oh yeah, yeah, I need some." So then I get the visitors. You know what I'm saying? And I even get repeat ones, which are great too. I'm telling you, blame me. That's cool. Hey Ace, wait till she gets a taste of those pink flowers. You know what I'm saying? Uh huh. When she gets a taste of those pink flowers and she's level 100 and something, oh my goodness. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's all my fault if Heather levels up and she gets a bigger farm. And I'm telling you, she's progressing really, really well. But I enjoy that. And that's what it's all about, for me, anyways. I enjoy helping other people if I can. And like right now, I'm earning favor, and I'm gonna take this favor and bring it to Heather's farm, and give it to her. Oh God, what is she gonna need next? And she's gonna like that. I'm trying to think. Pink cow. When I played the Farm Together version through Facebook, honestly, I I didn't spend any money on that game. I didn't. No. But I did on Soldiers Inc. I did. Ah, you had to build a base. That's what it was. Oh, and then I did. I played this game. I played this game. It was basically on the same idea. You build a base, then you build boats, and then you go out and attack other bases. I played those games, and again, some people were nice, and some people weren't so very nice. They were kind of hostile. I just could never understand that, why people were so, hostile. I was like, okay. Yes, I want to leave, and I keep hitting the wrong button, but that's okay. Join farms. Favorites. Oh, let's go hit this little baby farm. Sunshine Ranch. Yeah, baby. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at this. Look what she done did. Look what she done did. She got something cooking in the house. Oh, the piano. Oh, Ace, by the way, you know the, I'm sure she doesn't have it. You know the carrot cake? I prestige that carrot cake. Don't ask me why, but I did. Oh, there's the carrot cake. Ooh. Oh. I prestiged it. Hello, Drew. Okay, what's to do on the farm? Oh, we gotta go. Oh, well, I should give. Wait a minute. You know what? You know what, Heather? I am, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask you first. I'm gonna give you all these diamonds right now. But I am going to give you something, if you do not mind. Oh. Okay. What I'd like to do, Heather, is... Could I give you some rabbits? Because the reason why I'm saying rabbits, you got berry trees over here, I noticed. Okay? And let me see how many berry trees she's got. Perfect. Okay. She's got 2,194 diamonds. Okay. Would you mind, Heather, if I gave you some rabbits? No, I like to ask. I don't want to just put them down. I won't give you a whole lot of them, but it'll be enough that, you know, it'll get you kind of started a little bit. And I will go get you some more diamonds. $18, 27, perfect, 36. Okay, the reason why I'm giving you these bunnies is because when you, I mean, I know you only have 36 rabbits, right? 36 of these rabbits, which then these trees will feed them. And I would put down a few more of those trees. Yeah, 5 million chickens. Now, the thing is about these rabbits, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but these rabbits will give you diamonds every 2 hours. And if you have a boost, it will double that amount of diamonds that you get from these rabbits. And please feel free to, because I mean, you know, to say, hey, could you give me some more of those rabbits? I'll be more than happy to. So I'm going to give you some more bunny stuff, some more bunnies. Let me see, 8. What did I get? I want to make sure it's right. 36, right? Let me see. Ooh. I don't want it to screw up. Okay, 36. It's good. 36, 36. Okay. Don't worry about where they are. Okay, so you got 68 rabbits. And like I said, they're good for 2 hours. You go feed them. Because you do have the berry trees over here. And if you wanted to later on, put a few more berry trees down and have at it, seriously. Because those will help you at least, get a few diamonds. I mean, they'll be a big help for you. Hi, Superwoman. How you doing today? But no, I'm always happy to help, and if I can kind of help you with your farm, getting it along, oh, you will. But yeah, if you have to, just put a few little, put some more berry trees down, and you'll be fine. If you can plant strawberries, but those trees will kind of like be your best friend for your rabbits. But at least you'll be getting diamonds from them too, which is very helpful. And if you use boost, like I said, if you use boost, you will get, double the amount of diamonds on that. You will. Now, what is it doing? Oh, the piano. Quest complete. Okay, so she's all good with this. Okay, go straight up. What are those? Tomatoes? No. Oh my goodness. You really did expand your farm, didn't you? Okay, so I just watered those. What else? What else? What else? What else? Go down. I know people. What are you doing on another farm? Sleepy finding the energy on working well on my second farm. Ooh. Well, you realize, by the way, Superman woman, when you're over there on your auto tractor and, it can make you really tired because, this thing will spoil you to death. Wow. Wow. I think that's 2 walls. Wow. You got more space than you know what to do with, all that. Okay, I see. Okay, go over there. Oh, yeah. I'll hit you up with some more diamonds. Where did I see that? There we go. Oh, you need corn. Hey, good afternoon, BC, or good morning, whichever one you're in, whichever time zone you're in. She needs corn. Straight up, right here. I'll put you some corn down. Oh, are you kidding me? She just had green. Oh, I was gonna say she just had green cabbage put down. Never hurts to put the corn down. Never. Heather, I don't know if you have Discord or not, but that's a good way to, when you find people that have, their pink flowers, meaning the pink poinsettias, and that will help you immensely to level up. It will help you out a lot. Oh crap! I need to find corn place somewhere else. Let me see. Where the heck can I put my corn? Okay, wait a minute. Corn. Straight up north. Oh, I can put some corn here. Oh, okay. What else? Potatoes. Where's your potatoes? Oh, right there. Oh, great, Heather. Just keep your eye out for if someone's got a pink farm, when they say pink or crack or whatever flowers, um, definitely go there because you will level up in no time. You will. And seriously, thank you for joining. I don't know. Wait. Potatoes? You don't own any. That's okay. Wait. I hit level 78 this morning. Dropped like on some 11K lettuce or something on accident. Ah, that's okay. Okay, I'll be back. Let me go here. Oh, can you believe that? But Jenny loves Spike and then Trump sucks. Okay. Yay me. God bless America. Only in America can you do that. Okay, this is Nanur's farm. I hope it's the right one. Well, I hope it's because she has a bunch of them. Oh, yay, go. So now you can hit up BC's farm and, go do your... I'm telling you, you're going to level up like crazy. You'll love it. Okay, what do we got? No. Oh, wait. No, wait. What? That's going to drive me bananas. No, I know you have them here somewhere. Come on, girl, where'd they go? I love this farm. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, look at this, right? Amazing. Now, if I had some favor, basically what I could do is I could do all of these, but then getting this would get double. Yeah. Okay. Why is that like that? Did someone do it sideways? They must have done it sideways. Okay, I'm going to hit up on her animals, I think. I know some... And one of the things, too, with this farm here, it's just interesting. Like, if you see this, like, barrier kind of deal, she's got all her workers behind there, and, like, down here. But it's kind of like they're hidden. And I think that's kind of cool because she's got them hidden. Well, look at Nunnery. Look at the freaking diamonds you got there, girl. What is going on with you? I'm jealous. I'm telling you, I'm so jealous. I just realized today, because I'm going to be changing that farm around, but I realized today I wanted to prestige one horse, right? And the horse that I thought I prestige was not, and the horse that I prestige was the wrong one. Not that it matters. They're going to give me double horseshoes anyway. But see, I love this. How the hell do you do that? Yeah. But see, you see what she did? I think I gotta learn how to do this. I love the circles. But see what she did? She's got a worker down here that's doing that dealio over here. But at the same token, she's got the feeders going on too. She does a great job. But everybody, like I said, does their farms differently. There's no easy way. Do it the way you like your farm to be set up. That's how I tell, how I look at it. It's like your farm. You do what you want. You know, because it's your creation. Well, I wasn't drinking. Let me see. What? Oh, I know what I was doing. I was trying to keep my eyes open. I was really tired, and my brain was like, I'm like, okay, which horse was it now? Because one horse gives you more gold than the other, or some silly thing. So I thought, okay, now I'll remember, that I went to town, and I'm like, was it? It's like, wasn't it this one? I didn't feel like going back to the farm to figure out which one it was because it was too late. So I figured, you know what? I said, it was the one with the spots. That's what it was. That's how I remembered it. Yeah, right. Don't remember it like that because there's the Appaloosa horse. And then there's that. Wait a minute. There's Appaloosa. And. Let me see. Yeah. See? There's the Appaloosa, right? And then there's the Holsteiner. Okay? But I was actually getting more money from the Appaloosa than I was from the other one. But I was trying to sit there and think, is that because they're different levels? I didn't even. So you know what? I just went ahead and did Holstein till I realized afterwards today, I'm like, oh shoot, I thought I prestige now. Because I'm not prestiging everything. And by the way, Heather, you don't need to prestige everything that's on your farm. Absolutely do not do that. You don't have to do that. Some people have, but then at the same token, where, I've seen a lot of higher levels do it. I don't know, lower levels, it just depends, but in prestige you will get sooner or later, and you're probably wondering, well, what is that? What that means is, when you do get the building, let's say hypothetically, you want to prestige your apple trees, and you have those fruit machines. Well, basically, what that means is you can prestige an apple tree or golden apple. I think golden apple is faster. And basically, what that means is when you get them up to prestige 5, it will give you one extra item. So rather than get the one like you normally would when it yields, it will yield you one extra one. Okay, and that's without boost. So you know what I mean. That's how it works. But if you like, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Understand what prestige is about. But that's something for you to do hopefully later on down the road. Because she's got a good sized farm. She's getting there. I've never played any game drunk. Honest to God, I never have. Tired and sleepy? Absolutely. Oh. You know, it's like I'm on my Xbox and I get real comfortable on my couch and yeah. You know, and I'm in game chat and I'll have someone say, "Lady, late, did you fall asleep?" No, no. What's wrong? What's up? I'm still trying to figure out the I'll probably look it up just to see the how far out those farming feeder thingies work because I never used them. Yep. I think, excuse me, maybe it's because I plant them a lot too. But I prestige my carrot cake because you know I use that one a lot. But it also uses the least amount of crop stuff. It only uses 3 ingredients, one of each. That's it. And I prestige them because I'm so always low on the cupcake things. But when I'm on my farm, I do that. Mhm. You know, I remember playing. You know, I want to say it was. Oh wait a minute, was it? No, it was Elder Scroll Online. There was a group of us that played, and one of the guys in the chat room, he sounded a little bit off for starters. Let's just say, okay. And you know, we were out there doing our thing as a group, and I turned around and I can't even think of his name, but anyways, yeah, I ate, slept, drank that game. I really did. I still play it, you know. But I remember I says to him, "Have you been drinking?" He goes, "No, lady. Why?" I'm like, "Well, you're." I said, "Besides, you sound a little funny." I said, "Man," I said, "You're playing a little funny too." Oh, no, I'm just tired. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you're just tired." Mhm. Oh gosh. Okay. What? You know what? She moved her crops. Oh. Okay, Ace. What I'm gonna do is, um, I'm going to go back to Base's farm. Hopefully, maybe farm hopping. I'm telling you, Sergeant Manberry. These are some of our people from that's already there. Vince, what you doing, Vince? I hope you're around. Look at you, Vince. Those Mr. Trees. I'm gonna go to Easy Favor. Yeah, yeah. No, I get you totally. Yeah. You know, and I wasn't being rude, but I'll tell you something. When I played Destiny and I was doing a raid that I'd never done before, and they were going to teach me how to play it, right? So this guy, he's in there, you know, in the chat, and he says, "Hey, I only have an hour to play." And if anybody's ever played Destiny and you're doing a raid, seriously, you're going to say that, especially when you know the person that's in the group is a noob to this raid and has never done this raid before. Yeah. Oh, look who's here. Oh my goodness, it's Madam. Oh, wow. Hey, our celeb is here. Oops. Now, Madam Flutterby does, she does YouTube. Apparently she, you know, she'll stream it like, I don't know if she streams it live, she might, but I know that she streams it and then she puts it up on YouTube. She does some amazing, amazing, videos. She really does. Um, and I need to get some more learning experience. But like the other day, I was watching her. What the heck was she doing? Oh, she was putting down the new tea thingies. Um, and what I was watching her do was I was more interested in her when she was putting the road down, like you know, making that curvy road. I'm sitting there going, "How the hell do you do that?" I have no clue. So don't ask me. I might give it a twirl. I might give it a try. but but Madam Butterfly, please, if you can, show us how to do that curved road. It's not going to be boring for me. I'll enjoy it. Because I was watching, I was like looking at some of the road, and it was kind of squiggly. So I was like, now I'm jealous. I was like, oh my goodness. I definitely did, Heather. I mean, because, oh no, did you open another plot of land? Just kidding. Well, to me, Farm Together is all about having fun and you can meet new people. Uh, I mean, it's always been a good, relaxing game for me. It really has. It's like, you know, I used to play Destiny. I played Destiny when it first came out, so it's a good over 5 years or so. Then when Destiny 2 came out, I played that. But then what happened was with Destiny 2, they took so much out of the game and they changed so much in the game. And I really didn't play PvP except for Gambit. I really loved playing Gambit. But I don't know. Uh, it just, everything got so repetitious for me. Everything got repetitious. Even though, okay, Farm Together can be the same way, I get it. But, you know, the flip side of the coin of, yes, this can be repetitious. But the thing that I did not like about the Destiny 2 was this also. When you would go on out and do some questing or whatever, or you had to do oh, what the heck were those things called at the time? You would go into these little areas and you'd have to clear it out. It'll say, all right, go in there and kill 152, you know, Oh, Ace, look what your farm did to me, dude. What's wrong with you? Your farm made me run out of gas. Wow, I don't believe that. Unbelievable. Yeah, yeah. Unbelievable. I mean, that was Ace's fault. Not mine at all. Oh, you know I'm gonna go there because I have some diamonds or something to give you. So unbelievable, Ace. How he just unbelievable. Oh, he said he's gonna be right back, so now I can talk about him. But yeah, guys, if you get a chance, look her up. Oops. Um, Look her up. And she's, if Madam Flutterby, look her up for Farm Together too. She does have some really, really amazing videos. She does. She does a really, really, really good job. Uh-oh. Heather is got me scared because, God only knows what she's done. But it's good. But seriously, um, like I said, it just Destiny in comparison to this game, you really can't compare it because obviously it's like orange to apples. But the thing is, Destiny just took so much out of the game, including fun. But they did. They took so much out of the game, it just wasn't fun anymore. It just wasn't. And as a matter of fact, when they would say, hey, we're going to do, they'll, let me see if I can get down to 15 eventually. Do my little corner over here. And I'm going to get me some gas. Hold on. But yeah, they would have you do these strikes and things like that. And I'm like, they have all these other things in the game and they won't pull them out. Instead, they have you do the same thing over and over again. And then you level up, and you get your weapons. And the other thing I did not like about Destiny, even Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 was, oh, it definitely did. But you know what I couldn't stand? And Destiny knew it. They had a lot of cheaters in that game when it came to PvP. And they still have them. We all know that. But the flip side of the coin says this. It would say, well, if you want this weapon, you're going to have to do PvP. Well, if you want this armor, you're going to have to do PvP. The drawback about getting that armor, for example, in PvP, the stats were terrible. So it's like you were forced into, I kind of felt you were forced into having to play PvP. To me, that just shut me off. Yep. It said, oh, hey, if you want this, you got to do PvP. I was terrible at PvP. I was a target. It was almost like, oh, here comes Ladyicewolf, let's shoot her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not lying when I say this. I remember the few times I did play, with my friends, and there was Jess. She was awesome. I mean, she was really good. And do you know that Jess would sort of follow me around? Because I knew that I was going to die. So Jess would avenge me by getting the person that shot and killed me. She was really good. She was really, really good at the game. And, guess who's back? Yep. But anyway, so it did. I mean, I literally did. I stopped playing, and then I ended up playing another game. And then I ended up playing this game. And you know something? I never looked back playing Destiny. Never looked back. And I know that, and I also am an admin on another server that's, they're all Destiny fans. But I'll tell you something: a lot of those people don't play Destiny anymore, and seriously, they were very, very hardcore players. I mean, when it came to raids and everything, hardcore, hardcore. They had up to three clans. You know, they had maybe pretty close to 500 members. So yeah, but then of course they too they got discouraged with the game and they stopped playing. Which you can't blame them. You can't blame them at all. I liked playing another game I liked playing, but it was kind of it was really hard to get other people to play. Oh, Vince is on now. Hi, Vince. He's probably not watching the thing, but I used to play Monster Hunter. I played the first one and the newest one that came out, and I really liked Monster Hunter, But then it got to the point where it was just kind of like confusing and some things. Oh God, look what she's done. She's having a good time for herself over here. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, oh, look at that. I think you need some diamonds, huh? Yeah, I'll give you some diamonds. Hit the button. Go over to diamonds. Whoop. Wrong thing. Go up here. Diamonds. There you go. That'll help you out a little bit. Okay, AC baby. She's done a tremendous job. Look at this. She did not have this area opened at all. Okay? She did not. And she's working her butt off to open this farm up now. But definitely, Heather, keep your eye out for the pink flowers. Oh, good. This is great. This is really good. And look at that. The corn is ready. Okay. Green cabbage. Oh, no, she's got the green cabbage. No. Oh, hey, it was my pleasure to help. That's what I'm here for. At least I try to be. I do. And hey, Drew, how's your little girl doing? Is she playing today? Oh, good. That's ready. Yay. And I think you have wheat. Okay, so you don't have any clownfish. How much wheat? Oh, 20. Let me see if I can do that here. No. It's not going to make it. 50. Oh, it will make it. Cool. Can do that. Okay. Oh, and Lombardy is winter and spring. Okay. So you get Lombardy, ebony clownfish you don't have. Let's go down another one. See, I don't want to. They're a low-level fish, too. This is crappy. You know, if you're on tomorrow, I'm going to just get you the... I'll flatten your land, but I'll get you enough, the 2,500 diamonds to pay for it. What does she need? 10? 9? 18. Good. That's all. That'll work. But Heather, I'm going to head back to my farm. Because I think I know there's something I gotta get finished. I don't remember which one it was. See, I want to learn how to do that. The squigglies. Well, welcome back. She's done a fantastic job on her farm. She really has. She's done a great job. We just got to get her leveled up a little bit. What do you mean you messed up on planting? What'd you do? Oh. You know, I'm not going to touch those until I, yeah. I'm going to go back to your farm again, Ace. People are sick. Favorites. I don't really need it. Dr. Ruby's up too. Ooh. That must be the trees, huh? Let me see. I gotta check this out if these are the trees. Nice. Dude, it's okay. I'm good with that. You know that. I hope you know that. I don't get upset over petty things. I really don't. I just don't, and never will. You know, because we all make mistakes. We're human, and that's that. Oh, look at these white walls. Ooh, I don't know if I like the white walls, but you know they're okay. See, I honestly have to open up my original. No, that's not. But see, that's not going to count. Well, it will giving me diamonds, right? Okay. Maybe in my second farm when I go back to it again. I don't know. But I know what you're saying. Like, well, I haven't opened Farm 5. And honestly, and it's not to say it's a bad thing, but honestly, I haven't opened up Farm 5, but if I do, well, when I do, well, actually it is open. I haven't started it or anything. I think what I might do is probably do just, trees, but I'm not sure which ones yet, you know? But I never, ever, ever, just so everybody knows, I never, ever get angry or upset because you make a mistake. I'm just not like that. Some people are, trust you me. I know. Ugh. And I want to say this publicly, and you know who you are. But you know something? Your reasoning for get angry over a GAME, a game, and for the reason of doing so was really stupid. And I'm not even going to tell you tell you what it was, but it was really stupid. But hey, you know what? I still say my prayers for you, and God bless you and everybody else. But I do want to put some prayers out for people though today, because they do need them. Everybody needs them. Everybody needs the thoughts and prayers today. It's Sunday. It could be any day of the week, but I always put my thoughts and prayers out there on a daily basis because people do need them. You know, there are those out there that need them because they're not feeling well physically and they're not feeling well mentally. And they're also going through some stressful things in their life that they keep to themselves. Which, you know what? That's fine. You know, it's fine because, hey, I did it. I did it for a long time, and I sort of still do now, but not as bad as I did. So it's okay. You know, it's kind of like if you're going through some personal issues, and it doesn't matter what it is, it can be like, let's say it could be in trust, and I trust you me, I've been there, still am there, sort of, kind of. Yes, I am. But oh, you're planted all out. Well, thank you so very much, Heather, and we do hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. But what I want to say is, you can be going through your darkest moments that you just pull yourself away from people, places, and things, and honestly, there is nothing wrong with that. Just as long as you come back eventually, and you have to. There is no gray area about that. I mean, I've had that experience of again in my life, and this wasn't like the first time. But sometimes you end up in a dark space for whatever reason that's going on in your life. It's a dark space, and then what you do is you obviously push people away and things like that. But you know something? Don't. People do care about you. They love you and all of that. And those people that do care about you and love you, well, it's kind of like you feel when they say, hey, if you need anything, if you want to talk, just let me know. They really mean that in their heart, So with that, I want to just say my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody. I think of my friends, I think of family and people that I don't know, because I know that for everyone, we need our thoughts and prayers to be placed out there for people. We do. And, I just want to say that. Because it can be tough, especially now through the holidays coming up again, and then maybe New Year's, I don't know. And winter, depending on where you live, it can be a very depressing time for people because it's winter time. You're stuck in your house and you can't go out, or you don't go out, because I know I don't. I'm not going to go out there in the cold and be a fool. No, that ain't going to happen. I'll just stay in my house. I'm happy. So definitely, my thoughts and prayers are always with you, and the Lord's with you too, whether you believe it or not. He's with you. He may not answer your prayers today, but they come. They're gradual. They're not something overnight. If it's overnight, let me know. So, but look, oh, you've got your app. These things do level up pretty fast. I was kind of surprised. Not fast, but you can see the pace. Because if you look at your the golden apple tree, for example, and if you want to compare it to like an apple tree, it does slightly move level-wise a little faster. Sometimes you got to kind of look at it from that perspective. Like Ace's golden apples are level 92. But if you look at that 92, you can see the little ticker kind of moving along pretty nice and easy. But then if you went and got and did a apple tree, it is kind of slow. Yeah. And believe you me, you think, well, I don't need all those apples. Let me tell you this little secret. You will need them because, your jam stalls where you got to put your pear and your apple in there. Okay, and I've said earlier, and I've said it plenty of times. Yeah, I only keep like maybe four four jam stalls. And the only reason why I do that, well, I did that, I should say, is because I had just enough to feed the machines. Oh my gosh. And I think some of you saw this, but when I go over and feed the horses, totally different ball game. If you have 10,000 apples, trust you me, they will eat pretty much all of them. Yeah. And again, I mean, if I have 200 and I want to say 50 horses per, the different ones you get, because you get a total of 6 horses like you do with 6 donkeys. But believe you me, the horses eat a lot, and it takes them 2 days, a little bit over 2 days to spawn again. So just to give you a heads up. So that's why, like with apples, yeah, you're gonna need a lot of them. So it's kind of like, if you decide that you get your horses, you want to put them down, be careful, because again, it goes back to feeding them, and again, it also goes back to how many factors you have, you know, because like the apple one is cheap to buy and the lemon one's cheap to buy, but you know something, they are a pain in the butt to turn around, and you you have to fill those factories. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just a pain. It's very painful. Trust me. So that's why on my lettuce farm, that's why what I this time around, and because I talked to Ace about it, and I thought, wouldn't it be better if I just kind of put some trees down, you know? And because it helps the machines, but it also helps, feeding the horses and stuff like that, especially when I've already been prestiging the apples, lemons, and pears. It's just the idea that, you know, it's like constantly you're going to need that stuff. So, and it's a big help. It really is. And I think early on, which I didn't, the apple trees are very cheap and inexpensive. And that is the only reason why I put them down and prestige them first, is because they were cheap. And the golden apples, they're obviously a little more expensive if you can afford it. It just depends. But take your time when you're doing prestiging it. I mean, really think about what you're doing and how you want to go about it, and just kind of like watch, how fast one from the other levels up. And I know, like right now, like I'm gaining favor, and the fastest thing in the game that will get you a lot of favor is definitely going to be the lettuce, no question about it. The trees, they're a little slower, but hey, I don't mind. It works for me. You know, because you all seen how fast I, got favor to help somebody else's farm out just doing lettuce, and it didn't take that long. And then they managed to open up their farm even more, which is great. So, and I don't mind. I don't mind at all. So, but, ooh, I like that. Pop Trash Panda. Ooh, that's an interesting name, isn't it? Pop Trash Panda. Pop Trash. I see Ace over there harvesting. Oh, you're harvesting. Oh, crap. Oh, well, I'm not paying attention. Oh, I can see why you need to. Oh, Lord. Wow. Wow. Hmm. How come? Why do you have? Why do you have such a shortage? Wait a minute. Do you have Oh, those are those. Let me see something. Which peanut tree? Oh, pine trees. Yeah, yeah. I started doing mine's pine trees too. Let me see. You don't want to do Ace? Hold on a minute. Let me go get me a little boost. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go to number 9. Oh. Okay. Yeah. There. This ought to help a little bit. Damn. I put a little boost on them for these trees here. I'll do these trees if you want. No big deal. Hey, yeah, no problem. You know that. Oh, damn. So is the other I can't see. Is the other trees the other one's pine? Oh, okay, the pistachios. All right. Yes, I was thinking about that. With the pine trees and pistachio, I think those were the two I was gonna do together. Yes, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, that ought to help. Oh, is something feeding your peanut butter machines? You must have them down there because, I wish they would put something up that looks like a peanut. Oh. Well, listen, we need a big jar of peanut butter or something instead of, being juice. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of funny. We have a jam stall. Yep. And we have a peanut butter stall. So why don't we have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich shop? 1,500. Are they level 100 yet? Because mine take. I have to put. Oh, I would love to have the pizza shop. Yeah. Ugh. Well, I mean, we make all kinds of stuff, right? Well, that's interesting because my my peanut butter factories take 1,800, and they are level 100. That's why I'm like, ew. So yours might be maybe getting close to level 100, maybe 99 or something. And I only have 2 of those factories. I am not, nope. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, somebody in and I'm sure read Edit. I haven't. I don't read too much in there, but I somebody was letting the cat out of the bag a little bit about what we're getting new for the Christmas stuff. They were letting the cat out of the bag a little bit. But the thing about that was how they knew, and this isn't the first time I've heard this. How I knew was they had mentioned, well, this person over in they're in Germany and they play the game and they had these things on their farm, and I'm like, it's kind of like they must know ahead. There must be some mods that they're doing on their PC. But see, even if, um, and I'm being honest, because I used to be a modder myself. But the thing is, I used to only do the mods on my PC. Oh, and you only have to put in 1,500? Are you sure it ain't 18 then? See, you really haven't had a chance to look, because if they're constantly filling those machines, because I know when I fill mine, it's 1,800 when they're full. Wow. Okay, so. You need more lemons. Apples are good. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's 18. And I only, like I said, I only have 2 machines. And I am not going to load up my crop field with a bunch of peanuts. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. And I haven't even thought about, I haven't really even thought about prestiging the peanuts because they're slow. They're just really slow. So I won't do it. But no, that won't work either. See, because the Virginia peanut is 3 seasons. The Spanish one is, I think that's only 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, beehives. Oh, God. Well, when I do pay attention to my flowers, especially, um, I'm always filling those up. My fish, oh gosh, I get a lot of fish factories, but um, this time around, I put exactly, for example, like the first, the low level ones, I put in exactly 15 rows for that type of fish. Then when I went to the second row, which is the one that has the actual 15, I did that. And then with the third row of type of fish, they give you 11. There's only 11 of those. And I haven't put any extra ones down yet. And I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't know. Depends. But my fish factories, I get a lot of those. see. The little ticker is going boom, boom. Okay. One good thing, I'm doing all season tree right now. I have decided what I'm going to do is that farm that's got half poinsettias on one side and half trees on the other side. And what I'm going to do is I'm still going to kind of keep it that way, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the gold ones with the pink ones. I don't want to do all pink. I really don't. I mean, I know you can make more money and XP, but I like the gold ones. So I figure, you know what? I'm just going to do half pink and half gold. The polar ones, eh. But and then the other side, of course, is all trees. Well, now since I have that lettuce farm with all those trees, the ones that I need, I think I'm gonna change that farm around again. Because the only thing that's on there, obviously, is poinsettias, trees, and the horses. There's nothing else there. Do you think you get more people? I mean, I'm sure you do. You probably get more people going to your lettuce farm than they come here. There's lemons. Now, wait a minute. That pine tree is 2 seasons, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, 'cause like on my farm with all that lettuce, yeah, I get a lot of people that go there. Regulars now too. That then they go when they see that farm up. I know that they'll come back again. Oh, I hate when it does that. Guys, you got to feel my pain. I'm gonna leave the apples alone, and I'm gonna go down there to number 7. Get me some gasoline, and we'll do these. Oh, cool. Now, how does that help your... Well, at least it's bringing the inventory up a little bit. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. Well, let me see. I used your farm today. I used Heather's farm today, the new person. Bessa's farm, Nanora's farm, and I think that was it. I mean, I like going to other people's farms, especially the ones that I, go to obviously occasionally. So, but she really is a love, guys. Madame Flutterby, she's a love. She really is. I mean, I watched I'm trying to think. I watched her. I'm pretty sure she was putting down the teapots. But, that was interesting. But what was more interesting is when she's doing that road. I'm like, how the hell is she making those curvy roads? I'm like, oh man. I gotta feel like, you know what? I'm gonna feel like an idiot trying to do that. But I like those curvy roads. Dr. Richie Rich. Ooh. You know what would be nice, Ace? You know how, like, you say hello to people coming in on the farm? I wish there was like a hotkey that they had that, you could just hit the hotkey and it'll say hello to the person that joined your farm. I mean, I know it might be a little difficult to get the person's name, but I think that would be really nice, to acknowledge that that person came on your farm. And even if it said, hello, thank you for joining, something, anything, to at least acknowledge that person. That would be kind of nice. Oh, well. Well, we got to put that in the dev suggestion box. Hint, hint, Ace. Hint, hint, Ace. Tell them how you love their chickens and chicken signs. They probably will listen to you more than me because I'm going to. Well, I think. No, I'm going to say it. Because why can't I get me a spooky bench, or whatever the heck they call it? I just kind of feel like, you know. Oh man, I think they should. I think they should do that, because I think that's kind of like the biggest problem in a sense. It's not a problem, but I think in a sense, you know, uh, people aren't acknowledged in the game, and so, they just hop on your farm, get their thing, and leave. But I think in that sense, if you had a hotkey to just hit and it says hello, thank you for joining. You see what I'm saying? Look at, he was only here for, wow, 6 seconds. What did he do? But it would be kind of nice, though, to acknowledge people being on your farm. And I mean, ser- and and seriously, yeah. Yeah, well, I kind of thought about that too. I thought it would be kind of nice, but you're absolutely right. Some people might put something in there that's offensive to others, and because I have looked at the list of farm names, and I won't even visit those farms because I've seen certain names of farms, and I'm like, how do they get away with that? It's just they would their farm name would be very inappropriate. So I just I don't know. And I won't allow sleepovers on my farm either. I don't know what you're doing, and I don't think I want to know what you're doing on my farm. But whatever you're doing, don't do it. Oh my gosh. And that's a little concerning to me too when someone other than people that you know, that is slightly a little bit concerning when, but then again, see, here's see, I've been into well, apps and computer programming and things like that. And some people try to get a little silly and they try to hack the server or your console or whatever it is. So sometimes when you got a person that's like there on your farm doing absolutely nothing, do you think they're doing absolutely nothing? I'm going to give you that for a thought. Because for all you know, they could be going out of that game and do something else. And, I'm not good with that. But then again, if you leave your farm open while you're sleeping, which I do, a lot of people do, but then, when you get those kind of people that just stay there and I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something, that is kind of creepy. Gosh. I don't know. God bless those people, though, right, Drew? God bless them. All you can do is say, I'm going to say a special little prayer for you. God bless you, too. And I like that. I'm seriously like that in real life. When I used to get those nasty little messages from people from Soldiers Inc., my response back to them would be, I will say a little prayer for you and God bless you. Oh, and man, that would get them so angry. Don't pray for me. Like, yeah, okay, whatever, bro. See, I don't know. I don't like to get volatile. And when you're kind of confronted with that kind of stuff, I stay away from it. I just pray for them. I really do. Uh, there was something. I'm going to go to your town in a minute, because I'm actually at almost 139. But you know what, Ace? I want to show you something in your town, if it's there, because I never noticed it before until the other day. And I'm like, wow, where in the world did that come from? Because you know how sometimes the devs sneak little things in your game and you don't even think about it? When I finish this row, um, I will show you. Wow, this is on 7. Wow, very nice. Oh, I was like, oh. I guess, Drew, it takes and makes all kinds. It really does. We did have we had someone, we have a kid, he's probably 12, 13 years old, and I don't know, this happened a few months ago. Someone went to his farm and they said, hello, my name is so and so. But then they were asking him, how old are you? What's your name? What's this? What's that? I'm like, oh my gosh. And he sent me a message right away, and I really felt bad because here's this person. It's like you shouldn't be asking a kid questions like that. He's 12 years old. Good Lord. And I really did. I honestly felt bad because he sent me a private message, and I'm like, and he's telling me, I'm like, I said, dude, don't say anything to that person. Don't. I said, you really shouldn't be telling them how old you are. They just don't need to know. They don't need to know what your name is, because next thing you're going to do is going to ask you where you live. Ooh, frightening, isn't it? Well, I agree 110%. And no offense to anybody, but my my years of gaming, that's always been the question. How old are you? What's your name? I mean, listen, I don't give out that kind of information. None of your business. Or sometimes I'd go, you know what? I'm old enough to be your mom. How's that? I'm old enough to be your grandmother. How's that? You know what I mean? And they think I'm kidding around, and it's like I'm not. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, then there's that other popular game the kids play. Fortnite? Yeah, Roblox I heard was pretty bad. I heard that was pretty bad. Um, but no, Fortnite's another one that the kids play. Now let me see if I can. There it is. Okay, Ace, if you can see it, because I know if I move my mouse, you're not going to be able to see it. Did you ever notice this big, giant tree that's over here? Okay, I'm going to back out a little. Oh, back out. Now, did you ever notice that big, giant tree? It, well, boom. I'm glad I'm not the only one getting ASL as like the first line. Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Yes. Okay, so it wasn't me that just noticed this big old gaudy tree in the middle of town. It, yeah, because the other day I hopped on, of course, and I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, that was not there before. Well, lo and behold, obviously, it's there now. So I'm like, yeah. Oh, it's an old game. It's not before your time, Ace. I think you were probably still a baby in diapers. No, I'm just kidding. Um, you were probably a teenager. Um, oh God. And the thing was, I, when I used to see that, I'm like, are they serious? Oh my God. Um, I used to play Final Fantasy Online, the original one. Okay, and we're going back some over 20 something years ago when Final Fantasy Online first came out. Because when it did come here to the United States, anyway, it came here um, from Japan, because that's originally where the game was, made and things like that. So, and I did at the time too. I loved the game; it was awesome. And they had this little weird. They still use it. They had this little weird translator in the game. Um, and I actually learned how to speak Japanese a little bit back then. I don't remember a single word from it today, but it was quite a game. But then we would get that age, sex, location. I'd be like, what? And that was literally my very first online game. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Because I didn't know. So yeah, oh yeah, 18 days by the way, people, before the event. I'm just saying. My farm, favor, play. What am I doing? My bunny rabbits. That's what I'm doing. Oh, have to go to town. playing with those. Ooh. Okay, 1, 2. Today I should have named my stream Favor Day. Hey, my pleasure. And look at that. I ought to be ashamed of myself. I still got my guys dressed up as little Halloween people. But you know what? I kind of look at it this way. I hope for Christmas, I did see somebody in a Christmas outfit, so I hope, you know. Just an FYI, these are the things Dee gave me, and I think they're wonderful. He gave me the tree and a snowman. And these lights, this here. But I know there's more to it, that there's more stuff. I just, yeah. I'm just working hard on getting my rabbits. Well, it's always my pleasure, Ace, to help you out. It always is. Because you've helped me out plenty of times. Oh, the pineapples are done too. Hey, Acer, how you doing? Take care, Acer. We're supposed to get, well, it's been weird kind of snow. You ever see that snow that's, looks, it is snow, but it's not doing anything? So, but I have a feeling we're due for a snowstorm soon. But that's okay. I get plenty of food in my fridge. As long as I got my food, my coffee, and my tea, I'm good. Though I have to stock up on honey so I can have it with my tea. I have to have my honey. Let me see. Oh, good. See, I'm getting, with my favor, I'm getting 6 diamonds. Am I? Yeah. And I did my... Good Lord, I just did the chickens. Oh, I'm not going to do them again. $3.25. I'll be ending my stream soon, just to give you all a head up, you know. And just to let my lurkers know I love them dearly. You all know that. You know that. You know, I might be doing that, Dr. Ovi, for sure. Oh, yeah. I probably would. I mean, I'd be definitely... There's no question in my mind. here? Because am I? Oh, yeah, I am. I'm kind of low. Wait a minute. Hey, I had lasagna last night. It was really good. I made homemade lasagna last night, by the way, yesterday. It was really, really good. It came out good. And I still have a little bit left over for today. Because, when you have stuff like that that's, home cooked and, when you leave it in the refrigerator and then you recook it again, it always tastes better than the day before. Always does. Ace, it took a lot of courage to make that lasagna yesterday. It really did. Because that was my son's favorite meal, was lasagna. I think it was, I want to say it was during COVID that I says, "Hey, Chris, guess what I'm making?" He goes, "I'll be right over." I goes, "Chris, I'm not going out. I'm not driving." He goes, "No." He says, "I'll get a ride." And he did. He actually came to my house knowing that I had lasagna, and he came over and took a half a pan. That was always, always, always his favorite meal, was lasagna. He loved it. Yeah, honestly, because I think I may have mentioned it, like, or maybe not. Honestly, um, one of the things that I did find a hard thing to do was going food shopping. It was really a tough thing because I was used to going to the supermarket with Larry and doing our thing. And honestly, it was one of the hardest things to go into that supermarket. And when I say this, I mean this wholeheartedly. I would go in there and I would buy maybe 20 items that I really needed. You know what I'm saying? I did not go shopping. I would just go in there. If I needed coffee or cream or sugar or something like that, I would buy what I needed. So the other day when I was out shopping, I was with a friend of mine, and he said to me, "Hey, why don't you, why don't you?" He goes, "You ought to make some lasagna." And I just looked at him, and a little teardrop come out of my eye, and I'm like, and you know how people sometimes like will say things, but they don't realize what they just said, and until they finally like, "Oh, jeep." And I just looked at him. I goes, "No, no, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I will." And I did. I got through making that lasagna yesterday. Um, there was a little part of me that said, "Nope, nope." Oh yeah, yeah. But other than he loves strawberries, Chris, he loves strawberries. But anytime he ever knew I was making lasagna, oh yeah, he would come right to my house. We used to make jokes about that because he did. He loved my lasagna, and he surely did. When I made it one time, it was during COVID. He did. He got a friend to come all the way over to the house, and he lived halfway across town. And he did. He had a friend take him and bring him to my house just for lasagna. God bless him. But but yeah, it was really tough because yesterday when I was making it, to me it was like a very slow process. It was. But yet I could hear him saying, "You made lasagna? I'll be right there." Yeah. But things that you don't kind of think about. Yeah, there's just a lot of things in life that will trigger certain memories, good, bad, or indifferent. But it's all in how you, I guess, how you deal with it, how you face it, you know. So, because I'm like, no, I'm gonna make that lasagna. You know, I mean, it was a great memory. Oh, yeah. I'm still trying to. I have to get a hold of Eddie Worthy, but he's the um, person I told you about. That's a pastor in Arlington. He does one of the churches there. And if you ever ask him about my son Chris, he will know exactly who you're talking about without me even telling you what his last name is. He knows because Chris was going to become a minister, by the way. But Ed was a very, very big supporter of Chris. He was just a very kind and loving man. Very kind and loving. Very kind. You know, I remember one morning being in Arlington where Chris was living, and it was so funny. It was like, I don't know, it was like a beautiful day, beautiful morning. And I remember getting myself a cup of coffee, and I ended up sitting outside, you know, and having my coffee. It was such a glorious day. I mean, it was beautiful. It was in the early morning. The weather was perfect. Um, it was just a beautiful, glorious day. It just really was, and I especially enjoyed sitting outside, having you know having a nice cup of coffee outside sitting down. It was just so awesome, you know. But it was just a real nice time. Yeah, he and I were very close, even though yes, I have two other sons, all totally different from one another. Oh. What's so ironic is my youngest boy was, excuse me, I think, yeah, he's still in the military. Okay, he's been in there for like 20 something years, and totally the opposite from his brother Chris. Totally the opposite. Like when he went in, he says, "I'm gonna be a medic," blah blah blah, and then um, he did, I don't know, 4 to 5 tours over in Iraq and stuff like that, and but that changed him a lot. He was a young kid. To me, he was. I mean, he was a young kid when he went in. He went at 18 years of age, but it did change him in a lot of ways. Even though, yep, he wanted to do the medic thing and stuff like that. I don't think he lost his faith. I think it was because he had saw so much over there. It really changed him. It did change him, and he was a kid. He was a kid, but now he's a general pain in my butt. Okay, I'm just saying it the nice way. He really is a general. Like when the phone rings and he answers, I'm like, yeah. Oh, it's the general. He's calling me. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree because um, something I guess happened over there, and I remember asking my son about it, and then I think one of the soldiers might have been, I don't know, dying or pretty close to it or whatever. So I did. I said to my son, I goes, well, didn't you like say a prayer or anything? He goes, no. Why should I do that? And I was like, oh, what do you mean what? What do you mean why? You should. Nope. I was like, whoa. it wasn't that he didn't believe. It was the fact that this young kid, his age, the reality set in that this kid may or may not make it. Hi, Brutal, and thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. So, I totally get it. I mean, you got these young kids that go over there, and, things happen. And young kids, it's almost like saying, and it's almost like saying, you get these, young kids that play like Battlefield or any of those war games. Okay? So, you can go over there and you can res your buddy. But in real life, no, that doesn't happen, obviously. And there is no easy way to prepare any young man or woman how to deal with something like that. There is no easy way. You can say, hey, well, let's send them to the morgue for a week. No, that ain't gonna work. So it does. It changes them. It changes them a lot. My name is Brutal Monster Game. My farm. Oh. Power. Is that French? Brutal? That sounds like a French name. Is it French? Aggiornato. Paris. Maybe that's not French. By the way, Brutal, you have a code. I'll show you. That's your code. Well, no. Well, your code's going to be down there on the far right because I set mine to private. You can't. The only way someone can visit me right now is if they put the code in. I'm not running out of gas yet. Okay. But yeah, I have yet to call my son the president, though. Kids grow up so fast. They really do. Kind of say like it's like saying enjoy them while you can. Oh, they're gonna let me put the canary melons down. Yay me! Uh-oh. Oh, I knew it. See, the only drawback, peanuts are not a first season of spring. They're absolutely not. So I put something in there that might take like 10 or 15 minutes because the peanuts are 20, so I put something in there because I do know that, seasons change every 17 minutes. Just an FYI for you folks in case you don't. It's every 15 minutes. So when I put the boards up, I try to fix it, set it up that either, like these here where it says 15 minutes, so they'll be ready pretty soon. And I'll just remember that. And of course, they're going to put the green grapes up, but I don't care. They're grapes. And see, like these grapes will be ready in 3 hours. So that's I don't know how many seasons, but it's not gonna matter. I'll have some grapes up. Oh, okay. Wheat, rice, red cabbage. I thought. Oh yeah. Well, you see, that's why in the early stages of your game, I kind of say make the leghorn chickens your best friend because leghorn chickens, um, and especially if it's the beginning of your game, you don't have all these machines and things going on. Let me just double check something real quick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, because you get if you get a lot of eggs, number one. Um, yeah. So like you get eggs, and then and it's like I said, if you don't have those machines, use the milk because if you don't have a cheese machine, which again, start out slow, use one or two. One's good too. Because then you can like eventually later on down the road pick up what you want. Um, and jam stalls, well, you know that when you're making the jam, you can get ribbons that way. And I forget what he gives you. Oh, juice. I think the market gives you. He does give you ribbons, and I forget. I think it's for juice. Is juice is something else? Yeah. See, it's pretty easy in a sense to collect um, diamonds once you know what your shops have and what you have. And like I said, when you start getting the factories in, start out like I said with a couple, because you get diamonds from that. You generate diamonds from that. But then in those shops, you can also generate diamonds and you can generate ribbons. Because for the obvious reason, it's like with the juice, for example, or even the jam. I have yet to see it say I need you need 15 juice. What it does do is though, like it might say, and I should no, it's not going to show it to me, is it? No. Okay. What it might say is it's going to want you to produce X amount of jam, but then you're going to see a little number beside that. And that little number beside that, because I get kind of confused. I'm like, okay, why does it say 4? What's that? What that is it's telling you you have 4 jam stalls or 2. Whatever that first number is, that's how many factories you have. And then the following number is how many of that thing that you need. So just to kind of, if some of you never saw that and go, what is that? I went overboard with the grapes and the fish, but now I don't have to worry about it anymore because I think, I got it set up with my fish farm. What I need. Oh, look at that mango, pink peppercorn. Okay, pink peppercorn. I think is spring. Let me see. Pink peppercorn. Mango's a tree. Yep, it is. So I got plenty of time to plant that. By the way, Ace, you know what I kind of noticed since I removed all the. Remember, I had that farm set up to do, things that take 10 hours or more. What I kind of noticed now is I'm getting quests for things that I no longer plant, like that peppercorn stuff. It never used to ask me for that. You know, I'm just. It's gonna eventually ask me for that 2 day uh, crop, but I have noticed that. I'd be like, okay. Yep, yep, that's what it does. Well, here's another thing. Like if and when you're starting to upgrade some of your shops. I'm gonna tell you something. I hated pears. Oh my god, I hated them. Um, so for every time I went to go and upgrade something, yeah, yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. When I was upgrading some shops, it would say, "Okay, we need 300 and something pears," and I'd be like, "Oh my goodness." Or apples. It would ask me. It would literally ask me for the lowest thing on my farm. To upgrade. So, with the exception of oh my gosh, with the exception of the daisies, I better get on the thing with the flowers because I know it's going to happen. It was like the last thing I had to upgrade to 200 was the warehouse. Now, the warehouse, I knew what I had, so I immediately went to the warehouse. But by the way, that was when they introduced the horses. So all of a sudden, it changed from what I thought the warehouse was going to ask me for, and it was my last level. What did it want? The horseshoes that I never. I didn't even get a chance for them to produce or anything. So I did. I sat there, and because the horses take over 2 days. So you know what I had to do? I had to pray and wait for 2 days to go by just to go give them stupid horseshoes. I think Ace, you got away pretty easy on that one. Yeah, I sincerely, I really, seriously, I think that it does. It asks you for the lowest resource because, I've gone there with pears and then it will ask me for something else and I'd be like, why is it doing this? Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean you switch from horses to donkeys? You don't have any more horses on your farm? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that makes sense to do the horseshoes, and you just use the donkeys as opposed to the horses. No, I hear you. But see, you know what I did in the early stages of when we got those horses, and luckily for me, what I did was I remember when I put my first set of horses down, I put down at least 600 horses, just so I could have those lovely horseshoes. And I made sure that I had favor up and went right over there, and I was like, yes, you know, because I'm kept thinking was it's gonna look for something else that I'm low on, and I'm not gonna be able to get it. Oh, I did, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. But I think that the game does do that. I think it purposely sees what you're low on, and then it will ask you for that. I mean, and there are some crops that are not usable in the game at all, other than to get you diamonds and stuff. But if you look at the ones that are peppers, pineapple. Wait. Oh, and the melons. And there's something else. Peppers, pineapples, melons. Oh gosh, I better get my cupcakes up to speed. Um, but it really, it mainly goes to your crops and your flowers. And I know that my poppies over there are low, so yeah, I will guarantee it probably changed. Something changed. Let me see. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go to my flower farm. My farms. Favor. Wait a minute. It's gonna take me to the wrong one. I know it will. Especially. Okay, let's see what happens. I don't think it's 3. Definitely don't. Nope. Wrong one. Ooh, look at all those quested items. You know what? I'm going to grab those before I switch over to the other farm. And yeah, give me them lemons. Oh, wait. Lemon tree 5. Oh, I was going to say, why am I not getting 2? But I am. I'm getting 2 lemons. I am so glad I prestige my lemon trees. And I think the only one that I'm waiting for to prestige is my pears. But those should be done very, very soon. So now I have those down there. And see, this is where I put my horses right now. And again, they will eat it. I already fed them 2 today, so it shouldn't be so bad. But even when I fed them today, I'm like, are you serious? I'm gonna head down to number 6. See, oh, it's a mango. That's what it is. Okay. Uh-oh, these are gonna change. Summer. Do I need to plant anything else? Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Thank you. I don't usually do this, but oops. Okay, so number 7 is the mango. And as you can see, these trees are really low level. Because I've been just focusing on the lemons and the apples and the pears. And oh, this is another one, the pineapple. Pineapple is another thing that you will need eventually to level up some of your shops. So I try to keep a reasonable amount of whatever's available to me. Mango goes pretty fast too. I definitely got to get some food. I don't know if I want leftover lasagna, guys. What do you think? It was good last night. It'll probably be even better today. You know how that goes. Ace, I want to tell you something, and it was so funny. I'm sitting in my room, just hearing crackling of paper. So I'm like, what is he doing, So I kind of joked about it. I said, Shotgun is doing his Christmas shopping. He's telling you what he wants for Christmas, right? You know how you get those advertisements and stuff? So I got these advertisements. You put hot sauce. Ooh. Well, like I said, I was hearing these little crackling of the paper. And I'm like, what is he doing? Because I'm like, what is he doing? He's always doing something. He was doing his Christmas shopping. Don't make fun. He really was. He's never done this before. But he was. But it was so funny because, he would go through some of the pages. And I'm like, I'm looking at, and something, even when I walked out there to see what he was doing, he was sitting on that advertisement paper, from the store. And he was sitting on that paper as proud as you could be, and I'm like, are you serious? He was enjoying himself, but it was so cute because he was going through the paper, like looking at the ads, like, ooh, I want this, scratch, scratch, scratch. Ooh, I want this, scratch, scratch, scratch. So I'm like, hey, take it easy, Obi. You have a good time. Good evening. We'll catch you later. But, yeah, I mean, that's what he was... I should have taken a picture, right? Because then, he is what he is. But he was so proud of himself, just sitting there on that paper. And I'm like, are you serious? But then I was like, I picked, and as the closer I got, he didn't really run away, but then he finally just jumped down on the floor. And I'm looking at the paper. He goes, oh, were you doing Christmas shopping, Shotgun? Is that what you were doing? And because I even looked, because it was one part of the paper that was creased. And I opened it up. I said, oh, you want a pair of boots? Okay, we'll get you some booties, I mean, it was just, to me, it was funny because he's never done that before. But this time, he did, This time, for sure, he did. God bless him. Let me see. See? They know it's I'm going to eat time. See? Oh, I don't want to do that. And I think I'm going to have leftover lasagna. What do you think of that? Because that's all you're getting anyway. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is my fish farm over here. I mean, it's pretty big. And I have my workers on there doing their thing, and I could actually eliminate these trees. Well, listen, if you have an Uber or something, just Uber it over. because there'll be an extra piece left, remaining, whatever. But anyway, yeah. See, I put my donkeys over here, but I don't think I prestiged any one of them. Did you prestige any of your donkeys? I don't think I did, honestly. No, 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 I didn't. I thought I did. No. Wow, look at that. 111,000. 10, 10, 9, 11, 10. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But see, I love seeing that with my fruit now being full all the time. I think that's just great. Yeah. Yeah, I like my donkeys. My donkeys are pretty cute. But ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you being here, and taking some time to spend with me. And I hope to see you back tomorrow. And God bless you all for sure. And so with that, I hope you all have a very blessed day. And give hugs to your little girls there, Drew. But yeah, let me see. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, now I got it. But anyways, and again, thank you, Brutal, for the follow. Honestly, you should, if you can get a chance, put in your farm thing. If I can find it, I'll try to get there. But if I can't, I'll be on tomorrow. But with that, everybody, again, take care and God bless, and have a great day. Seriously, have a wonderful day.